So I've just turned off the water mains, and now as you can see the water has gone down to a trickle. It takes a little bit, it took about, I would say, 3 to 4 minutes for the water pressure to die down completely. So I have this hex screwdriver. If you look at this thing here very closely, it's hexagonal, so you get this special hex screwdriver, or you could also get an Allen wrench that does the same thing. Yeah, that's how it looks. What do you do? So now I've taken off the screws, and that's how the whole thing comes off. That's how it looks on the back. And as you can see, there is like a little screw in the middle there. So now I'm gonna take off the front screw. Next, I'm gonna pull this out real easy. There you go. And that's off. Alright, so the other day when I tried to take this apart, you need this special Kohler cylindrical device or a tool to be able to take the second part of the fixture that is inside. So I'll show you that in a little bit. But I now have this device, so now I'm gonna go back and open this up again. And hopefully we'll be able to take that second piece out as well. Now this is where this special Kohler tool comes into play to take this thing out. So I'm gonna push this one here. So if you see, the notch goes in here, goes in here and here, and then I'm gonna just like twist it, and it just comes off like a screw. Pretty easy. Boom, there you go. And now this whole trim kind of just comes off. So cool. Now we have 2 of these screws, 1 and 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. These are pretty easy to take out. Okay, so real easy. It comes off, and then this is what you have behind. So this is the cartridge that I'm going to be looking to replace. So the last time when I took this cartridge out, there is this other piece over here on top which threads onto the cartridge, but that, as you can see from this, it doesn't come off. So when they installed this cartridge, they threaded it too tightly, and then it won't come out. So then what I had to do is I had to get a new piece like this, and I will now show you how it looks. So this is how it's supposed to be. The cartridge, this is the piece that goes on top, and see how it's supposed to thread on top of this. But if you thread it too tightly all the way in, then it won't come off, which is what happened in my case. So I have to order this piece here separately, and it came from Kohler directly, and I'll put a link for all of that in the comments below. And then so now I'm at a point where I can now put this cartridge in and then put this separate piece on top of it. So now I have this piece here. This is the cartridge. I'm going to align the cold piece here with the cold. So I took out my original cartridge, and that's how it was. The cold was on the right hand side here. Another thing is, you can see the Kohler that's down here. That, you know, if you put it like this, then Kohler is kind of upside down, which doesn't make sense. So that's another way to tell. So now I'm going to install this over here like that. So now this is installed. So cold is on the right hand side here, Kohler is down, and that's it. Now next I'm going to put this sleeve on top of this and align it so that then I can put this plate on top of it, so it will kind of be like that. So now what happens is that the sleeve, if you try to thread it fully, right, it doesn't align. Like, you would have to, you know, it's difficult to reach these screws at the back. So if it gets stuck, then you can't even take the cartridge out. So what needs to happen is, you have to, ideally you have to align it kind of like this, and there is a little hole here, if you see, that aligns to a hole on the threading, and then you get this this little stopper, which you are then supposed to insert in here, so that this sleeve, it won't move, it will be fixed like that. And then what you can do is, you can, you know, align these two screws with the one at the back, as you can see. So that's kind of the idea. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this little piece in that, so this sleeve stops moving. So now I've put this little piece here. As you can see, it's just a plastic piece, and now the sleeve has stopped moving. So you can't unthread it anymore. So now I'm gonna put my, put the screws like that. So now these two screws have gone in. And then I've already pushed this. Now I'm going to put this whole assembly back in here. So I'm just going to put that, and then the screw will stick out like this. So I'm going to fasten that. You have to be careful here, because if you move this too tight, the red thing over here is the controller for the heat, how hot the water will get. So you have to make sure that you are careful there. So I'm going to move it back here and adjust. Last thing is putting this plate back, and if you can see, I've put a little marker with a pencil here to align this dot here and then this dot over here. So this makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm gonna screw this back on with the tool that I ordered specifically for this. So with this, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this a little bit. Right, so this piece is in. Now is the last step to put the handle back with two of these little screws. Okay, both the screws are in. It's turning well. Now I'm going to go turn on the water mains and moment of truth. And now the leak has stopped. So, success.